Okay, I am going to do a little update on my Kenda Kruz Kruz tires on my Yamaha Royal Star Venture. I put these on, I think 4,500 miles ago. You can get a set of these now here in November of, no, this is December, wait a minute, October of 2024 for around $250 on eBay. Maybe you could get them cheaper somewhere else, but let's see how they're holding up. This front tire had 3 millimeters of tread depth when it was new. Okay. 4,500 miles later, we have 2.5 millimeters of tread on the left side of the front tire. Take another reading. Two and a half millimeters on the slightly to the right of center. Let's see what we got in the center. In the center, I have 2.5, so I pretty much have a uniform wear. I thought I had less tread in the center. I was going to cut down on the tire pressure. I run the factory recommended. Let's see what I have out on the edge where I never use the tread. 3.5. What do I have on this side? I don't get over here either. It's showing 3. 3.5. That's showing 4. But these still have the whiskers. You can see that I get over right about to there occasionally. Okay, so that's I've lost about 0.5 millimeter of tread depth out of the front tire after 4,500 miles. Okay, let's check out the back one. My new toy. I sold all the dirt bikes because my kids got too busy with their kids and we hadn't been riding for years, so I sold all 8 off-road bikes. Now all of a sudden they're all buying quads and bikes again, so I had to buy myself something that everybody can ride. Okay, this had 7 millimeters when it was brand new. Let's check it now over where I never use. I don't think I get that far over. No, I don't. If I do, it's purely by accident. It's showing 6. Wonder where I had 7. I don't know. Anyway, now I'm showing right here. Wonder if I should measure it that way. I'm showing 7 right there. Off of that block without laying this gauge across. I'm just, how far is it from there on this top block? And it goes down and it's at 7. So it's showing that it didn't wear at all. Let's try this one. Right here. It's showing 6. So what I read on the internet and what I saw videos on YouTube saying that these tires last a long time is apparently true. Alright, the dead center right on that sipe. Well, these are the sipes. But right in the center, let's see what we get. It's showing 2.5. I don't know, as soon as I start showing signs of wear. So far, the ride is, I'd have to say it's very, very good. They give a nice soft ride. They don't lose air. I can cruise along with the cruise control on, and I can let go of the handlebars to adjust my zipper on my jacket, or I'll snap the snaps on my neck closed, or fix my gloves or my glasses, whatever. But I can let go of the bars at 70 miles an hour with the cruise control on, and this bike doesn't start to go into a oscillation with the handlebars, which I've had brand new tires do that. Dunlops and Metzlers I've had do that. I've had Avons that do that. But these didn't do it, not even once. So not only are they about $180 cheaper for a set, but they seem to be holding up well. 4,500 miles. This is not a light motorcycle. This is a 800-pound motorcycle, and I'm 220 pounds. I don't carry a passenger ever. I do probably have about 30 pounds of necessities in the saddlebags. Tools and tire repair kit and, jacket liners and stuff like that, rain suit. But I'm happy. I'm happy with them. Now, I don't know that Dunlops or Michelin's will last longer, but I do know they will cost you almost double. Now, if you do your own tire changes, you'll save money buying the tires. If you do your own installs and you do your own balancing, which I do. I've never had anybody do my tire installs ever. Now, I bought this machine behind me from the original owner. He was an older guy. He decided to sell it. He bought it new, and I think that he put new tires on it, had it taken to a shop to have it inspected, oil changed, put a battery in it, and put new tires on it, because the originals would have been 14 years old by then. So they wouldn't have passed inspection just from the dry rot. But anyway, he showed me the bill. It was $760, $780. Mostly for the tires. Those are Michelin's. You can't do much better than Michelin's or Dunlops or Continentals or Avons. I think Michelin's at the top. But that's how much it can cost. Now, of course, he had to pay. He had the oil changed. I don't know what else. Oh, the state inspection. You have to have state inspections here in Pennsylvania, which is up this month. I don't get my bikes inspected. I used to be an inspector. The reason I don't get my bikes inspected is, hope no police are listening. If I get stopped for spraining the law, speeding or something like that, which I don't pay attention to the speed limit. I go what I feel is the safe speed. Except in school zones or little towns, then I do obey the speed limits. But if I get stopped, I'm hoping that I can convince the policeman to write me up for the equipment violation of having an expired sticker, rather than a moving violation, which would affect my insurance, plus my driver's license. So that is the reason I intentionally do not get my motorcycles inspected. What year did this expire? I don't know. Oh, there it is. I can't tell. I think that expired in 22. But anyway, I used to go with the best top-of-the-line tires at all times. I used to be a test rider for Continental tires. But I've slowed down a lot. Not that I was very... I never went over 100 miles an hour on the street, ever. Not even during my road racing days. I just do not like going fast. But I don't know. I think with computer design tires these days and computer simulation, you know, I don't think a company goes out to make a bad tire. I think that they would have a computer design tire, because that's a new model of tire for Kenda. And I've been using Kenda tires on my dirt bikes for decades. I am not a good dirt bike rider. I do not stick my neck out in the woods, just because how would they get me out of here if I get hurt? That was always on my mind, so I've always been a conservative, low-risk dirt bike rider. So I've used Kendas. Now, I knew guys that used to go out on weekends, and I knew one guy that would go out every weekend with a brand new Metzler on his brand new Metzlers on his bike, usually just the rear. And maybe he would do 3 rides on the front. And I would say to him, we worked in the same motorcycle shop together. I was a part-time salesman and he was a full-time mechanic. And he would take these tires off that looked new and he'd throw them in the bin. And I'd say, why do you do that? He said, I don't want to break my collarbone. So he puts new tires on every ride. And the Metzlers back then, they were $80 or $90 each for a rear. So, but anyway, I don't know that you can buy bad tires these days with all of the computer technology and the modern techniques that they make tires with. These tires, I can't say that they took a lot of weights to balance. I use lead weights. They outlawed lead weights years ago. You're lucky if you can find them. When I heard they were outlawing lead weights, I bought myself 5 pounds of lead weights. There they are, wrapped in plastic. Why did I do that? Because you need to have almost twice the surface area size. They call them composite weights to balance tires these days, because they're using pot metal or whatever the heck it is to balance tires. You end up with a string of weights that long, whereas the equivalent in lead would only be that long. Why did they get rid of lead? The bureaucrat claim in the committees that they come up with these rules for us, claimed that 5,000 tons of lead weights fall off of wheels and end up in the gutters on the side of the road every year, and they eventually end up dissolving that lead into the water systems that we drink. So it made sense to me But anyway, I'm happy with these Kenda Kruz tires. They are the original size, whatever this machine calls for. My 2008 Yamaha Royal Star Venture, whatever size these tires are supposed to be according to the engineers, that's the size they are. And I like them. Is there anything else I can tell you about my venture now that I'm on the subject? I just changed the oil. I change my oil once a year. And I use whatever oil is on sale. I used Honda GN4 10W30. And that is on the specification sheet for what types of oil to use. 10W30, and it has to be motorcycle oil. And I just bought myself 2 fresh gallons of oil, because I'll be using some in this, and that's what I use in my Honda NT700 DeVille. What else can I tell you? I just like this bike. This is my 3rd venture. I bought my first one, back, let's see, in '88. I paid $41.50 for it with 6,000 miles on it, but they were only $6,900 new then. I kept that bike 16 years, 138,000 miles. I wanted to just try something different. There was nothing wrong with that bike. I just wanted to try something different. So I thought, well, you know what? I think I'll try a BMW. I think I deserve the best after so many decades behind bars. So